No, what happened last week?
Last week we had people trying stuff in there, people trying stuff in here. We had sing-alongs.
We did. People trying to get their 5 minutes of fame with our massive audience.
The contracts that have been signed after that live stream. You never know. You never know who's watching these things.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks.
You had a good day?
Yeah, it's been good. I've been checking out all the bits that came in yesterday.
Good.
Because you had a massive delivery yesterday.
We did have a massive delivery yesterday.
With some really tasty bits.
Yeah.
And I've tried a couple of the bits that have come in just to learn about them more than anything. And each time I go to try a specific one, I get shouted at by Chris. But we'll go into that later on.
Daniel Thomas, 3D Print, says, "Evening, boys. Still wet in the UK." He's telling us in one sentence. First of all, he's rubbing in. Is it wet? Probably is. And he's away. And he's somewhere.
Show him because it's not.
No,
quite
it's
nice.
not.
It's quite a nice day.
Do you know, Adam was sunbathing out there earlier on.
I was. And then there was two PCSOs came over and said, "You need to stop this, please. There's a school down the road." And I was like, but Speedos are a brand. Like, they're known.
Exactly. They wouldn't sell them if they were illegal.
No. It's not from a smut company. It's from Sports Direct. Anyway, I've topped it up. In fact, the postman this morning brought us only one letter this morning, and it was to Tantastic.
Yeah, nice.
So I popped it in next door, and I said he got confused because of my complexion, and she laughed.
Martin Palmer says, "Evening, gents." How you doing, Martin Palmer?
How's the guitar going? Hope it's all good.
Martin, it sounds like if you're in like a classy cocktail bar, so I'll have a Martin.
I'll have a Martin Palmer straight up.
Yeah.
Martin Palmer on the rocks.
On the rocks. No ice.
Yeah. So I want to show. Actually, I want to discuss a little promotion that we've got going on.
Yes, okay.
But we can do that at any point. So
okay, no problem. So we'll do a few more just to warm up. We got Will Asher Payne says, "Hello, A-Strings. Good afternoon, boys.
How's it going?
How you doing, mate?" And Dan Thomas confirms 31 in Mallorca.
Just a light 31.
Yeah, just like 31.
Yeah. It's been hotter.
Over on YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
We got Nick Cook saying, "Oi, oi. Are you
Nick,
doing?"
you're over on YouTube. You're being as exotic as Dan is. But Dan's in Mallorca.
And Phil Gaming, how you doing? He says, "Sunbathing in the car wash." Evening, everyone. How you doing, Phil?
What we did is because it got so hot here earlier on.
Yeah.
We said, "Oh, can you spray the jet wash over the road?" And it was like a Van Halen video, except I wasn't on the bonnet of a car.
Yeah. And no matter how many people you ask coming out the Tanson, they wouldn't have a water fight with you.
They wouldn't?
No,
they wouldn't. No, a lot of people retching.
Yeah. Right. Okay, cool. Let's do this promotion.
Right, so, I don't know if you've noticed, but Mr. A-Strings, which is this guy, did we ever give him a name? But he's pointing at this. He's going, "Oh, check this out. This is cool. This is cool. Check this out."
Yeah.
Right, so, this is what's happening. I think it's just while stocks last.
Yeah.
If you buy a set of NYXL strings from us here, you get one of these. So there's a plectrum, but on the back is a scratch card.
Oh.
It's an instant win scratch card. There's only 25, so it's for the first 25 sales, first come, first serve. There's prizes. We've got prizes down in a box there. It's like a 1 in 5 chance of winning. There's some cool bits, straps, pro winders, that kind of thing. But NYXL are great. They're a great string, strong. You know, they're the string I went to when I was snapping strings forever and a day on Les Pauls. Every gig, snapping strings, and then I went to them and then didn't snap one again. So they're brilliant. So we got these here. Just buy a set and you get to win stuff.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So
brilliant.
Here, first 25 sets, you get a scratch card.
Fantastic.
You won't win every time.
No.
But if you bought 5 sets, you're guaranteed to win once.
Well, no, not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. No,
That's not how it works.
No, because otherwise I just.
You've
buy
still got a
scratch
1 in
cards.
5 chance, no matter how many times you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe don't buy 5.
Gareth Stock says, "Aloha. How are you doing?"
Hello. How's it going?
3D Prints. Dan Thomas says, more Zoolander at the petrol pump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Orange Mocha Frappuccino.
Yeah.
Phil Gaming, you would have been on the bonnet of a car standing in the middle of the road.
It could have paraded me through the streets like a mid-May Santa Claus.
Will Asherpayne, I'm just getting ready for boxing training down Penrith Khyber.
Nice.
Whoa.
Are you shredded now? Are you going to come in and you're going to be
We can see.
going to be like Joe Calzaghe? Just like that. You'll be unrecognizable.
Yeah. That's Bruce Forsyth.
Oh yeah, it was yeah. Yeah. I don't think Joe Calzaghe's ever posed like that.
Wiggin, how you doing, mate? He says hello.
How's it going?
So, see what you had this week. Well, we'll show you actually because we've had some more in.
Oh yes, please.
Oh no, it's last. Was it Saturday or was it Monday? Tuesday. The amplifier.
Oh yeah, that's Guion, is it? Yeah, awesome. Yes, we've had some more in. Hope you're enjoying it and making lots of noise.
Phil Gaiman says.
The house down.
Phil Gaiman says, "What's the top price? Never broken Optima gold string." Good man.
Have you broken off?
I've broken some, but some people say that they break easily and they don't. You know, I think there's something wrong with their guitars, but hey, I'm not allowed to say that because then they get offended. But yeah, I never had a problem with Optima strings. In fact, I think they're my favourite string. What's your favourite string?
Optima Chromes.
There you go.
Hence why there's hardly any every year.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get some more in very soon.
We will get some more in, yes.
So,
and actually, it's not in your interests to promote that they're long lasting because if they no, that's right, yeah, buy more. But then I suppose you've got to sell the benefits. It's a tricky one.
It is.
It's a tricky one.
It is.
It's like coated strings. It's a tricky one. Shall we look at some stuff?
Yes.
Cool stuff. We're going to start in the flight case. All of these are new. All these things are new here.
What we got?
So this is a TBW2TE. This is one of the Lag Blue Wave guitars. Very, very cool. I'm going to show you how cool it is. It's cooler than a blue wave. One of those blue waves in Mallorca. So let me just power it up. So I think...
I need to angle these a little bit differently because... There you are. That's better.
So I think Lag and the high vibe stuff was probably the first people to do this kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I think. Now we're familiar with this kind of thing through like things like the Yamaha Trans Acoustics.
Yeah.
So this one's got room reverb, hall reverb. There's an echo which you can obviously adjust the amount of echo that you want, and it's also got a Bluetooth thingy here with the mic. So I don't know whether it can accept Bluetooth, as in to play Bluetooth. I haven't read that far into it.
I was going to say, you connect your phone.
Do you want me to press it? There you go. It's flashing now. It's flashing purple now.
I'm nervous. Got Adrian Matthias. Matthias says, bit late last week, but here it is. Hello, how you doing, Adrian?
How's it going?
Phil Gaiman says, never seen Brian break a string, break gold string either. Must be people's cheap guitars breaking them. Hey, I didn't say that. And then Gareth Stock says, where's that sexy Paisley guitar? Oh, you wait, Mr. Stock. Will Asherpayne used to break strings all the time. He don't break strings anywhere near as much anymore, which is good. And he says that acoustic sounds awesome.
Anything,
Chris?
I'm connected, but I want to make sure.
He's closed all of his. Can you imagine that? It's a nice looking one. Why don't we have a look at a couple of other things?
I'll leave it on, and then it'll just randomly start playing.
Yeah.
So, this is part of the Acoustasonic Standard series. These are the Far Eastern built, but they're awesome. We said that we were waiting on a couple of these in the black, and they didn't disappoint because they are super cool in all black. Yeah. So on the others, on the brushed black players, you just get the front. Same with the American ones, just the front. There it is. And we have to cover the sound because copyright. There we go.
Record a voice note and have that.
I'll play whenever a customer comes
Yeah.
Welcome to A Strings.
Get away. Yeah.
This is the Sauvage.
You can have like just like a buy a lag.
Yeah.
Kind of whisper coming from
I'm
it.
going to disconnect because
I'm a total lag.
Yeah.
because
Not just a little bit of a lag.
every time I connect to something, I forget I'm still connected to it.
Yeah, we've had that. We've had a couple of instances, haven't we?
It's been bad times.
Yeah.
And every single time, Andrew will go to the toilet. No, before you even. And he'll just go on a video on Facebook or whatever, and we'll be with the customer, and he'll just start going like, and he'll just be like, you know, this wok is available in 7 sizes, and we're just like, what's going on? And he's on like JML. Anyway, this is a Lag Sauvage. Very, very cool. Now, what you notice with this one, and this is one of the models that we got to see when they first all came in, was that this is a eucalyptus back inside, but it's ridged.
Textured.
Yeah. So we've actually got over on the classical side, there's a Manuel Rodriguez with a eucalyptus back inside. In fact, there's an Ovation there as well, where it's been flattened and grain filled.
I can already tell what some people are going to say.
Ribbed for your pleasure.
Yes.
That one.
Oh, my mind didn't even go there. I was more concerned about smelling it, see if it smelled like eucalyptus.
It didn't. That's one of the first things I did was have a whiff.
That's a shame.
Actually, what about inside the sound hole? Because that normally has a. It just smells like B&Q.
Read it first and
Phil Gaiman says Chris watching Prawn Hub in the bathroom.
Prawn Hub. He
Comes
loves seafood. He watches all the trawler programs and everything. Deep sea, was it deep sea trawlers?
Oh, stop that. No. Right. Deep.
It's not like Antarctic fish trawlers and all that. Prawn Hub. So, this one, this is the high vibe. So again, this is the kind of thing we were talking about. I'm gonna get on one knee for this one, so I can show you. So, great sound and acoustic already, but come here, come to me. So this is our hello. This is our preamp here. So let's have a look at some options. That's our tuner. Yeah, good. We like a tuner. Effects. We go into effects. So effects. So let's see what effects we got. No. Let's go into effects. There we go. So we got. Let's go very to the top. Oh no, to the top. Right. So reverb. This is how much reverb we want. So that's reverb. Chorus. This is how much chorus we want. This is actually the rate. And we can slow our rate down.
Nice.
And then we got, what else we got? Echo. So again, I think this is our, so this is our.
Nice.
So if I do,
Oh, nice.
anyway, that's fun. What's next? Phaser. This will be a rate thing again. Tremolo again.
Yeah. Give us the distortion. I saw distortion on there.
Okay, next is
Octave.
Do you want octave
Yeah, let's have an octave. Can you have more than one of these effects on at once?
I'm done my homework.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. Distortion?
Oh, it said disco.
I thought it said disco when I first saw it. I was like, what does this do? Can you hear that?
Yeah. Give us a couple of chords.
It's hard to hear. I think obviously all these will come through an amp or PA as well. That'd be good for your teenage dirtbag. And you got boost then.
Fantastic.
And then you go to a looper.
Yeah.
So our looper is a play and record. So
Right.
it might even have, from what I did the other day. This week on Gardener's World. Andrew.
Or deep sea divers. Yeah.
We'll stop that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah. And how much is something like that, sir?
As much as you'd like to pay. I'm not too sure.
David Roberts says, "Hi guys, good to see you this week. I am the Horseman."
Good to see you.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm glad that you're enjoying your horseman pedal.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
Will
they're
says-
amazing for the price.
I own a black lag jet guitar. A black lag jet guitar. Try to say that 3 times. Hey, Dr. Vivian Harris is in the room.
Hello there.
Saying hi guys, how you doing, Dr. Viv? It says, wow, nice guitar.
No, you've got too many.
Wiggins.
Don't be tempted. I know how tempting it is.
Wiggins says, ooh, that October is really rad. It absolutely is.
You're rad.
Yeah. Best dressed customer we got, I reckon.
Yes.
Richard
100% agree.
Richard Willis says, hey guys, have I missed much? Vivian says, Chris is eating,
No, a
Richard.
couple of lags and
He isn't, but he has been. He had 2 Chineses yesterday. He had 1 for lunch and 1 for tea.
it's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, in different places.
But-
Not even like it was leftovers. It's not like he had
No.
Chinese for lunch and then leftovers for tea.
You had a meal for.
He had a meal for lunch,
And then he
he
went
went
another
somewhere
separate
else
meal.
and had another Chinese
Did
meal.
you have starter and main as well?
Oh,
Just the main.
Just me.
you're never going to tell us the truth, though, with the answer.
We'll ask Paul.
Your flies in them.
My phone.
No, seriously.
It's actually-
It's a bit shiny. So we should pop into next door
Yes.
to look at some stuff. So this one here, the standard, we do have in the Jazzmaster shape as well.
Yes.
And we also have some FA15s. FA15s are the small Fender travel size, very, very, very popular
Yeah.
with younger players or someone who just wants to pop it in a caravan. So we're gonna pop next door.
Great.
I think.
Phil Gaming says, and now the battery is flat on the guitar.
Yeah. And I didn't even shut it down, just left it to run. I didn't. Will you find out the price for the high vibe for me, just so I can say the price of the high vibe for everyone? Thanks. It's the high vibe it is. So this came in yesterday.
I'm liking this. I'm
Super
liking
cool,
this a
isn't it?
lot.
This is a super stock. This
Hey,
is
stock.
It's just for you, Gar. Very, very cool. The knobs are in the exact right place for a Strat. Bit of space there for your little finger to wander. That's why I find it. Anyway. HSH, you can see, you've got eyes.
Speed
Damasio's.
knobs.
Very, very cool. This one is 1039. Very, very, very nice. Rosewood board as well, proper rosewood. It's very, very cool. We got another Charvel to nose at.
She the Charvel. She the Charvel.
This one, I'm not too sure. I think it's a Pro. Hello?
779.
779.
779. That was the high vibe acoustic 779, the one with all the effects in. This one, I believe, is a Pro Mod San Dimas, something like that. I think.
Oh, we haven't had one of these in before, but
No.
it looks like we have.
We've had the chlorine burst in the Jackson.
Right.
And I think we may have had a chlorine burst in a different model of this, maybe.
We've had. I remember the white pickups.
If you have a look at I have to add this.
Definitely not.
Yeah, but there may be a Charvel model that's exactly the same. Not exactly, you know what I'm saying. Same color, same finish, just different layout or whatever. I don't know.
Clark Ellis, teacher extraordinaire, says, evening guys, so many great acoustic options. Evan came in with his Yamaha he bought from you a few weeks back. It sounded fab.
Awesome stuff.
Thank you, mate.
That's what we like. And obviously we set it up to make it as easy to play as possible. Just a bit of advertising there. That's what I was doing.
Will Asher Payne says, I can see a dark blue acoustic like David Bowie's.
I know. You would have been looking at the Yamaha, probably like the FG.
Gareth
nice.
Stock says, I was super stock running up the Broadway on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We should go out for a run, yeah.
He popped his head in.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Was he sweaty?
To say he got his Metallica tickets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He thanked me.
Yeah.
Giving him the heads up on the pre-sale.
Um,
It's fine. You're welcome. We'll see you down there. We'll all have a drink. Mine's a 0 Peroni.
right.
And Chris is going.
Vivian says.
We'll all be there.
Vivian says Chris will end up marrying a Chinese man. Stranger things have happened.
Hey. Stranger things have.
And I can't say your name because it sounds naughty, but Mr. Crazy says Steely Dan.
Steely Dan. Which their name the band name was derived from a naughty thing, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know.
If anyone's curious, do a Google.
Yeah, I will do. Right. So
right.
we've had some special bits in this week. Ready?
Okie dokie. So this, ladies and gentlemen,
Oi, oi, oi.
is the limited 6134 in gold sparkle.
Hey, Tom.
Tommy!
How you doing, Tom?
Tom!
Hey! In his classic
he
avocado and kale.
Avocado and kale. Detective duo on ITV. So it's the gold burst paisley. I'll give you some specs in a sec, but what do you think of the colour?
I think it's gorgeous. I think that it's everything a Gretch should be.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't go for it.
Black backed.
Ah, nice.
I'm going to switch it off because I think the Epiphone sign is on a fritz.
Okay.
Hey. We all have our moments. So this one, very similar to the quilt top, but there's a couple of differences.
Okay.
So big difference with this one is instead of our two selectors, so our pickup selector and tone selector, we've just got our pickup selector and a tone knob.
Okay.
So we got a tone knob instead of just 2 volumes.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Standard sort of Goto style bridge instead of the roller.
Yeah.
On this one, it's the patent applied for is the Gretch pickups on this one. It's the TV Jones, they're like Fidelatrons or whatever they are. This one is TV Jones Classic and Classic Plus.
Yeah.
So the difference between this one and my one is that this one's slightly high output. So you can imagine how annoyed I am. But very, very cool. Comes with the lock-in strap buttons and lock-in tuners already, which is cool. The one thing I did notice on this one is on some of the Gretches where they've got the sparkle bound, it creates quite a hard edge there. This is a rolled edge and it's absolutely really, really nice. Really smooth.
Yeah.
But
you've already talked yourself into it.
No. It's I've got my penguin. I'm absolutely it's absolutely great.
Gareth Stock says that Gretch is chocolate.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it.
Garrett Evans, are you doing Gerontius? Gerontonus? What's it?
Gerontius?
Gerontius.
Is that how it's spelled?
Been costing car parts today, and now you've got me costing guitars. Never mind, tonight could be the big win. Yeah,
could be
190 million.
Is it?
Thereabouts. Paul Storr, Martin Smith says, "Good afternoon, A Strings legends."
Did he have a starter, a main, or was it just a main?
Paul, will you let us know? Did he have a starter and a main last night, or just a main?
And also, don't try and skirt around it by saying, "Oh, there was some sides," because we know that the starters sometimes come out at the same time as the mains because everything is cooked fresh at Janet's.
Yeah,
that's Janet's Pontypridd by everyone's.
Yeah. Leo's Lifestyle, any pretty acoustics? Yes, we got some lovely acoustics. We might have, if we got a bit of time at the end, we might have a quick look.
We'll go next.
Forrest Barrett says, looks like Elton John's guitar.
I mean,
yeah,
quite possibly. Which may be why Chris likes it so much.
Me, yeah.
We need to get you a bigger pair of glasses.
Yeah, and some platform shoes.
Oh, we'll get you a jumpsuit. That'd be amazing. Oh, that'd be so good.
That'll be August sort of, wouldn't it? In the calendar.
There is no calendar. It's not going to be a calendar.
The Real Wayno says, looking like a Christmas decoration. It does look like a Christmas decoration.
Yeah, it could well be.
Wiggins says, very posh. Vivian Harris says, resonator? Question mark.
We've got a resonator here. Yes.
Ah, yes.
When we go next door, we'll have a little nose.
Wasabi69 says, can it play Smoke on the Water?
It can, but it doesn't like to.
And the Real Wayno says, nah, only plays Stairway.
True.
Richard Willis, I wouldn't play that. I would display it as an art piece.
Well, this is the thing, and a lot of brands like PRS, a lot of that becomes that.
Wiggins says it belongs in a museum.
It's brand new.
And Leo's Lifestyle says it's an instrument, it deserves to be played. We got some
Yes.
good conversation going on here. Excellent.
Yes. Because
He'll tell you himself.
Hey!
there was stuff.
Hang on. Did we? Ah, we knew it!
Starters.
You gutsy boy.
I didn't have starters.
Oh my word. Hey, no.
He's wrecked your life.
Yeah. So he had a Chinese meal for lunch.
And what does he have for lunch?
He had chicken balls, rice, chips, and curry sauce.
Which is it's a good old.
That's a good, healthy lunch, isn't it?
well, not healthy.
No, I was in like healthy portion.
Healthy portion.
Yeah, not so much artery-wise.
And what did anyone else partake?
Well, of course, cholesterol twins.
The cholesterol twins.
Yeah.
What did Bev?
I think he had the same.
Same thing.
I think-
I'd go sweet and sour. See,
I think they split the chicken balls.
What was it, like 5?
I don't know. I'm not getting into this.
Sometimes you can get them in like bags of 10, which is silly. That feeds a family of 8.
And he even says it on here. Paul says starter and main were had by all, so it's in writing as well.
Writing as well.
Mr. Herbert, how you doing? He says
He will never recover from this moment, Chris.
He says, hey, the telecast is sounding fantastic. Thanks to Chris for getting that done. Yes,
No
so we
problem
saw
at all.
Mr. and Mrs. Herbert yesterday afternoon. It was lovely to
I
see
saw him
them.
this morning. So none of us missed out. Thank you very much.
Right, I just... right,
He's
okay.
pre-reading some comments.
Yes.
It's pre-reading. So, last week and the week before, we may have chatted about the Fender American Custom Stratocaster that came in from Custom Shop. We mentioned that we had a sibling to that on the way, and it has arrived. So, this is the Strat that we were talking
With his
about.
pink cousin.
Yes, we'll talk about that one in a sec.
Okay.
So, this one here is...
I'm going to do that. So,
Hey! Big reveal. So this is the sibling to the Strat. This is the Fender American Custom Telecaster in the violin burst. Interestingly, I don't know if the cameras pick it up, but you'll notice that it is a slightly different shade looking-wise to this one. You'll see that they're the same color, but we think because this is an ash body and this is an alder body, it may be that as a lighter wood, it makes the end color a little bit lighter. Hand wound loaded 51 no-caster pickups. It's a 9.5 to 12 compound radius with a soft V neck. It's a flamed maple, not a bird's eye.
You got a flamer.
We got a flamer. Very, very cool. Super light because it's ash as well. Super light, super comfortable. Really, really, really nice. Sounds great. I think there should be a little bit of playing on our update tomorrow if you are going to be looking at that.
Now, can we get to the coolest guitar in the entire shop?
Oh, go on then.
Is it the coolest? I don't know. Maybe that black telly is, but look at that.
There we go.
Look at it.
So this is a 67 Fender Custom Shop 67 Jazzmaster Lush Closet Classic. So it's like pristine,
Yeah.
but there is checking. There is lack of checking because the temperature would change if it's in your cupboard over the years. But it is, apart from that, it's pristine. Really, really, really nice. I haven't got much
Love that bridge.
off the top of my head for specs, but it's absolutely stunning. And in an aged shell pink, which is really cool. Shell pink is a very, very cool custom shop color. Yeah, it's a tasty one, that one. Very, very cool. I think Jazzmasters should be, they should be like this, I think.
I think that's gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I like the saddles. So you got the 2 brass saddles and they're notched. So in terms of string spacing, that is it. There's no messing around with that. That's where your strings are, whether you like it or not.
And look at the funky kind of
The bridge
plates.
piece. It's
Yeah.
really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah. Having owned a Jazzmaster now for 18 months, one of the what?
I think that's akin to saying you're in Mallorca. I haven't been a Jazzmaster or whatever. Although I did just say I got a penguin, so yeah, we're all bragging.
Something I'll have to fix at some point is that when you play it constantly for a while, is that the saddle pieces do move down.
Oh, they sink.
Yeah. So that looks like
I mean, they look.
yeah,
they
that's
look.
not gonna sink. But yeah, I might look at upgrading it to a one like that.
And that's cool.
That is really nice.
Very
Really nice.
smart. But yeah, so they're the latest additions. Tasty additions. Them ones.
Scrumptious.
So I believe we were asked to see a resonator and acoustic. So
Yes.
we'll go next.
Let me have a quick look at some. Peter Hurd, oops, late again.
Oh, don't worry.
Changing the speaker. Hi guys, how you doing, mate? Will Asher Payne says, nice red Fender Stratocaster like Gary Moore's and Mark Knopfler's. Over on YouTube, we've got Leo says, Isaiah, sorry, how are you doing, Isaiah? Isaiah Fernandez, very exotic name. Do you have a 6-string guitar? We got loads of 6-string guitars, mate.
Nearly all of them.
Yeah,
Nearly all of them 6-string,
except for some of the basses and some of the 12 strings.
We've even
and
got a
7
6-string bass.
But yeah, so we got plenty. 8strings.co.uk.
You got it.
Leo's Lifestyle, what would you recommend for a low to mid-price Stratocaster? The new standard series is a fantastic option from Fender. $499 at the moment, aren't they?
Got it.
And Indonesian made, really, really beautiful.
Yeah, they are wicked.
Isaiah said hi, how are you doing? And he said hi, but I accidentally said,
you made it into a little bit of a rhyme.
It's quite nice. The real Wayno, is this the safe place men go to hide from their wives? We get
this place?
We get men hiding from wives hiding from husbands, husbands hiding from husbands, wives hiding from wives. Yeah. We get it.
I mean, it sounds a lot more CD than it is.
And also, it sounds like we get a lot more customers than we do. Leo's Lifestyle says Guitar Store, Richard Willis, gorgeous telly. The real Wayno says, any tips on smuggling a new guitar into the house without Mrs. noticing? Yes. Take an
empty
case out with
you to the shop.
Yeah.
A case that you know that has been seen in the house already.
Yeah.
And then it's just the same case.
Exactly.
Coming back.
And try not to go for anything that is too different to what you've already got. In as much as they partners don't necessarily recognize shapes, but they do recognize colors. And so if you going for a green guitar and you've never had a green guitar before,
that'll stand out.
That will stand out.
Yeah.
Leo's Lifestyle, do you have any empty cases around? So yeah, he's way ahead.
Yes, good.
Vivian Harris doesn't like Fender.
No.
Dr. Viv doesn't like Fender. Devan, how you doing? Says, any Kiesel guitars? No, we don't do Kiesel.
No, I don't know who their distributor is. Whether they might be direct. I don't know.
Oh, we didn't look at the cats. A couple of cats.
Oh, we got some cats. Let's go next door, look at some cats, and then we go. You confused me then. I was expecting to see literal physical cats. So, these are... I'll bring one up rather than you coming down.
Yeah.
So, these are the cat... And for people who don't know, please tell everyone who...
Yeah, so CAT stands for Knight Audio Technologies, which is Nigel Knight's business. Nigel Knight is a... You might watch this, so I don't want to say genius, but he is a bit of a genius. Basically, he makes lots and lots of... he redesigned all of Brian May's amps to make them more reliable, to make them sound better. He made the Deaky amp, if you can remember those coming out about 10, 12 years ago. He made all of... the
treble boosters?
Yeah, the boosters. Anything that Brian needs on a kind of electronic and technical side of it, he is the Kaiser, I guess.
And that's Brian May of Queen.
That's Brian May of Queen.
Right.
Yeah.
Friend of yours? Oh, friend of mine? Well, he's not a friend of mine.
Mate.
Doesn't know I exist. But one day... one day he'll know me.
And basically, he's answered the call of every Brian May fan on the globe, within the globe, around the globe. They want an AC30 sounding valve amplifier that reacts like a valve amplifier, but they can't handle the volume and they haven't got the space. And so this is the CAT Studio One.
Yes.
It's a 2x8. 2x8 or 2x6? I don't know.
2x8, I think.
Okay. It's on the website. We're the only shop in the world, apart from getting them from him direct, that sell these.
Yes.
We're lucky enough to have had a delivery yesterday.
Yesterday.
One fawn and one black.
Yeah. This is the fawn.
That's the fawn one. That's the black one. Both sound exactly the same. Both exactly the same specs, just a little bit different.
So you know the cool thing is,
What?
not only is it 1 watt, it's attenuatable.
Amazing. And so this is the thing. You can use these at home, and you can make a noise with them if you want. And you know it will still pump out quite a bit of volume, but you can bring it down to a whisper as well. But this is British made through and through.
You can smell it.
You can smell the Brit.
Yeah.
It's valve. It's 1 watt. There's your
speakers.
there's your speakers there, right? 799.
799.
799.
And we know that it sounds absolutely fantastic with a treble booster in front.
It does.
Because when Guillaume came in last week to pick
Yep.
his up, that's the first thing that he did.
Yep.
Plugged in the treble booster, got it ripping.
Yep.
And even on the lowest attenuation, which is minus 24 dB
Yep.
to its full thing, you still had that same tone, and it was still breaking up in the same way and reacting the same way.
Yeah.
I'll do this every time.
So yeah, we're the only
Them.
we're the only
Very cool.
physical shop in the world
In the
to have
world.
those in stock, and they sound brilliant. We're going to be doing a video on them, probably maybe not next week, but the week after.
Do you know who deserves to do those videos? Because it's to say we keep continuity of anything sort of BM related. Should be you.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to.
And you could bring in one of your guidance.
Okay.
So yeah, so we just finish up. We're gonna have a quick look at some acoustics
Yeah.
and a resonator by request.
Wiggins going to try and arrange a visit. Fantastic, Gwian. I know his name's Gwian. I just keep calling him Wiggin.
And then we get Guians in, and then we can do a wet dry wet.
Wet, dry, wet. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. See, they're small enough to be able to have your 3-amp setup.
Yeah.
Richard Willis, did Johnny Marr play one? I think talking about the Jazz Masters. No, Jaguars. I think he was big on, but I'm sure he's got Jazz Masters.
Yeah, there'd be something in the collection. Yeah.
I'm not saying that, Dr. Money, but hello.
Well done.
Hate,
You're learning. Well done.
Hater BR says, hello, how you doing? Or
How's it going?
Sneered.
Cyril Sneer?
I maybe won't be able to say that, Sneered. I'm not sure, but I'm going to say it out loud later on, and somebody's going to tell me whether that was I could have said it or not. Real Wayno said pretty sound advice. Thanks, no problem at all. Strawberry says, "Hey, how you doing, Strawberry?"
These names are crazy.
Apostolo Waldemiro says,
great.
"Where's Fender Coronado?" They don't do the Coronado anymore. They used to do They did a Coronado when they brought the Starcaster back out for the first time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it's a pretty cool guitar that, but no, they haven't got one at the moment. That's not. They'll probably will at some point in the future.
Yes.
You see some custom shops coming up now and again.
Is there?
Yeah. Forrest Barrett, love the guitars. Enjoy watching you guys. Oh, we
thank you
love
very much.
reading your words.
Thanks so much.
And
I can't get through a week without having my ego massaged in the same way.
Strawberry says, lots of love from Cheshire.
Hey!
Let's have a little read on some of the others. 3D print. Dan Thomas said, took a month for mine to notice the 335.
There we go.
Talking
See?
about partners recognising when new guitars are coming to the household.
That was blue.
Dan Thomas says, but she likes the Blueberry Burst, so it's all good. Fantastic.
Good.
How's your earthing problems?
For you.
Paul Templeton says, afternoon, gents. How are you doing, Paul?
PT.
Lovely to see you. Right. Okay.
So that's it. We're gonna sort of end on a bit of an acoustic sort of little
Yeah.
soiree.
We got a big bit of wall there that's free, but not for very long. I promise you.
No.
We've had some nice. I think we had the nice ovations in last week, didn't we? So that's not
We've
new.
checked out some ovations. Yes.
We've had a lot of new straps from Fender and some restocks of some nice ones. Things like your furry ones, you know, like the zebra, the tiger stripe, and all the rest of it.
Where are they hiding to then?
I don't know.
I got them.
Yeah, leopard, zebra, and tiger. Brilliant.
Awesome. As well as like Polypro starting from like a tenner,
Yeah.
which is cool.
The Link IOs have been going really, really well.
Yeah.
Yep. Not many left, I don't
Violent.
think.
No,
So
they're really, really well.
I don't know if we can get more in immediately after these go, but if you're interested, 3 left.
Yeah, that's our last 3. Yeah, you can connect them to the Fender. I think it's called Fender Tone or something. There's an app that they've got, and you can record directly onto your device. And there's
Wow.
There's drum patterns in there in the software.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
it's cool.
$69.99.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
crazy.
Okay,
Brilliant stuff.
right, you're in tomorrow.
I am. Are you in tomorrow?
I'm in tomorrow.
Is
Chris is in
the
tomorrow.
twins in tomorrow?
Yeah, the cholesterol twins are in tomorrow. If you want to come and see them, we should get them dungarees, shouldn't we?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that'd be incredible.
with a K and a W
Yeah.
for Chris and Wub.
Yeah. No, we definitely need to sort that out.
That'd be brilliant. Maybe for the new place. Right. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll see you all soon. We're here tomorrow, 9:30 till 5. For those of you on YouTube that have just tuned in, you may have never ever seen us before. We're A Strings. We're a guitar shop predominantly. We do other things. We do pianos and we do all the things. Sometimes we might sell a saxophone. You don't know. Never sold a saxophone. Not I haven't anyway. A Strings, South Wales. In the UK, if you're worldwide, find us on the website astrings.co.uk or A Strings Guitar Specialists on Facebook, which is you guys here.
Yeah.
Hello. At A Strings UK on TikTok and on Instagram. And that's it. If we see you tomorrow or through the week, we'll see you then. Otherwise, have an amazing one.
Actually,
Go on.
just one very last thing.
One more thing.
Should we show them the moving sign outside just to
Oh yeah,
show
because
that
it's changed.
Yeah. So nobody recognised, nobody really paid any attention to the "we're moving" sign that we put up, but it's all become official this week now. So there's the select sign.
So if you do want to let this building, just give them guys a call.
Harrison
on,
Burr.
771 777. It's quite easy. But that is it. I've been Adam for A Strings. That's Andrew there.
Hello.
Chris is over there.
Chris over there, giving Paul a dead arm for
Divulging his.
divulging his.
Can I update my statement? There were no starters.
Yeah, we don't believe you at this point. We got it in writing and we got it verbally. So as far as we
It's
can
made
say.
it very clear that there are no starters. I've got the Chinese Burns approval.
That's all I didn't keep in.
Yeah.
But that is it. Have an amazing weekend. And an amazing week. We'll catch you here next time. We'll see you all soon. In the words of a much loved customer, arrivederci.